beautiful people, thank you so much for joining me once again. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're already here with me, try and hit the like button, subscribe to be part of this awesome, amazing family, and don't forget also to put us on notification so that anytime we drop any update, you have access to it. Shout out to those of you who always like the video before even starting. Now, this resolution tabled by Ghana, backed by African Union and others, opposed by few people, and some of the few people also abstained from it, has brought out a heat debate on the internet. UK, for example, like this, parliamentarians are angry. They are angry of the decision taken by UK. And some of them, to their personal view, their representative, the person representing UK at the United Nations, is not supposed to abstain. That decision was wrong. They are supposed to oppose it. They are supposed to stand to vote against it. And others are also saying that why do we have to pay for something we were not part of? It's something that happened years ago. So why on earth are we coming to pay the price for it? Others are also arguing that, you are enjoying the benefit of it. So it became a whole banter on its own. So I'm going to play a couple of clips. Even there's one particular, interview that you'll be watching right now. It was a complete debate. One of the guys was asking, what exactly are we apologizing for? Now, when you look at the people who have problem with this whole thing, they kind of like sharing my view in a way. They don't have a problem with the recognition of this past atrocity as the gravest crime against humanity. That is not their problem. Their problem is centered around two major requests or two major conditions in the resolution, which is number one, formal apology and reparation. These two are their problem. Some have problem with the apology, and some are having problem with the money aspect. Some are even crying that this is going to crash their economy. They cannot go bankrupt trying to, pay for something they are not part of. And as I'm talking to you, some of the parliamentarians in UK, the lawmakers are even threatening that, UN, they can stop funding UN. UK play a major role in the funding of UN. UK, USA, these people play a major role. So taking decision that doesn't favor them, somehow, anyhow, doesn't sit well with them. So family, we are going to get right into this detail right now. First of all, listen to this. This is from Nigel Farage, and this is what he's saying. According to him, they should forget it. They are not paying shishi. All right, they are not paying shishi. Listen to this.
The United Nations has voted for the United Kingdom to pay trillions of pounds in slavery reparations for the slave trade. Is it time to defund the United Nations?
These trillions that they are mentioning is not official. Okay, it is not official. This is from unofficial, a comment of activists and people who the right groups. It is not official, but the calculation is in trillions. So the United Nations urged that they should, go into agreement and talk and find a way to compensate and apology and all the things right there. So the journalist asked a specific question: is it time to defund the UN? That is a serious question. Listen to this.
Look, it was a UN court that gave an advisory judgment to give away the Chagos Islands. It is now the United Nations telling us we should go bankrupt to apologise for what people did in 1775 or whatever it might have been. Forget it. The UN has no legitimacy over this country whatsoever. If you add to that other elements like the World Health Organization, which I don't believe we should be a part of at all, frankly, we're being kicked in the teeth repeatedly by the United Nations, treated abusively. We shouldn't be giving them money. It's quite simple.
So, referring to some past decision made by United Nations which has affected them negatively, and this is like the United Nations is kicking them in the teeth, and therefore, you can see that they are not pleased with the decision, and they share the view that, they are not supposed to be doing this because they are not part of it. But the question is, are they enjoying the wealth of it? That's also another thing altogether. At the end of the speech, he made it clear that it is time to, we shouldn't even be giving money to the United Nations because, sometimes they give high money and contribute a lot, and then major contribution come from them because the one decision should be favoring them. You understand? So when decision go against them, it become a banter. Now, another one here, Kevin McKenzie, is a news editor. This is what he has to say about this.
What is incredible about this is that reparation would, at the low end, would cost us billions. At the middle would cost us trillions.
So he is concerned about the money. The money that they will give out and how it will affect their finance or their economy is what he is concerned about. Let's move forward.
And at the top end would cost us probably the entire economy's GDP. And yet we have the UK's representative not say, this is ridiculous, all bad things have happened in the past, we can't have actions every time something wrong has happened on our watch. Instead of that, they say, actually, not a bad point. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to abstain on this. How on earth could our country abstain with something which could literally wipe our economy out? Why haven't we got a Prime Minister or a Foreign Secretary or a permanent secretary of the Foreign Office stand up and say, we are not abstaining on this issue? It is completely wrong. We are fighting for our people. We are not paying one penny. We are voting against. Who made that decision? Please, was it you, Yvette Cooper? Was it you, Starmer? Was it you? I don't know who it could be. Who could possibly have said we should abstain on an important issue which would affect? Don't worry about what's happening in Iran. This will be 1,000 Irans, right? So please, would somebody from the Labour Party explain to me how such a decision was made?
He's against the decision made, which is to abstain. According to him, they are supposed to vote against it. He is concerned about the economy, what it will cost them, and because of that, somebody should fight, because if they should pay money for reparation, it's going to affect their economy and also affect their people. Once the economy is affected, their people will be affected, and so because of that, they should have fought against it and vote against it. And who is asking, who made that decision? So there is already fire on the mountain from there. Some are also saying that this is like Ghana coming to scam them, or Africans coming to scam them.
This is the past. We need to talk about the future. There are many countries now who want to use guilt to try and exploit the UK. They ask for reparations. I saw it as a trade minister. It's not culture wars. I was at the WTO. I won't name the minister from another country. And he was telling me that we needed to give up some of the things that we were doing because of colonialism and because they needed time to develop. These arguments are a scam. Don't fall for it. We need to make sure that we put this country first. We work well with our neighbours. We work well with other countries, but we have to look after ourselves too.
Well, I mean, those advocating for reparations would say, shouldn't we just make up for some of the damage we did through the slavery? As a black woman saying that, they may find that hard to understand from you.
Well, there are many things that the British Empire got wrong, but there are many amazing things that the British Empire also did. And we need to be honest about that and stop pretending that it was all bad. The British Empire ended slavery, the Atlantic slave trade. We need to talk about that more.
Yes, according to them, they are coming to scam them. And somehow, anyhow, it is not something that only they were involved in. Africans also took part selling giving out their own brothers and all that. So, how are they paying? How are we paying for that? So their argument is kind of on a good structure, by the way. And also, some are asking the bigger question right here. Listen to this.
Why the hell should I pay my taxes to a country where something happened 300 years ago that was nothing to do with me? Nothing to do with my great-great-granddad or anyone in my past. Why should my kids have less money going forward and a poorer country because of something that we ended? Britain stopped slavery. Maybe the left should stop fantasising about reparations and start sorting out modern-day slavery that happens in Africa, in the Middle East, in South Asia. It's still happening. Let's stop that and free the people that are living, and stop living in a past where we're ashamed of Britain. It was a different time back then.
So, this is a clean argument, by the way, in the aspect of where he's saying that Africans took part in this. It wasn't only they. We give out our people. Some tribes, and we will not mention those things, but it was a global thing. Not only some particular people were involved. Everybody was involved. Africans also give out Africans for this cause, make money from it. So Even Ghana, for example, the castle here, we are still making money from it. It became a tourist site, you understand? So at the end of the day, the money aspect, I mean, I am kind of agreeing with these people in a way, because to me, it's not making sense to me. It is just like the past, you give out your people, took money, they give you, because it's trade, you understand? It's trade. You take money, now after the people are dead, your descendant also came and say, we want more money. Yo!
God have mercy upon us.
No, it's ridiculous to me. You can see that these people don't have problem with the recognition. They don't have problem with it. They understand that, yeah. But some of them who have problem with the apology, I don't agree. No. I don't agree. But the money aspect, I am in agreement with them. And of the fact that we also took part. So we are all guilty here. We are all guilty here. Let's put that on record. We are all guilty here. Ghana was the biggest crime scene at that time because we have, more castle right here. It is here we are still making money from it. So we can't play the victim here, but you see, it is a thing that was done against people who fell victim to this. So we need to agree that the recognition that this was a grievous crime, beautiful, but asking money is a slap to the face of people who fell victim directly to this in the past. Let's put that on record. Now, somebody is also asking some question here. Listen to this.
You're a Christian theologian, and you're saying we shouldn't feel guilty at all about 3 million Africans being taken out of their homes and moved to across the Atlantic? The guilt is imaginary?
By all means, Britain should acknowledge responsibility for that. So should African countries, and they don't.
That's not true.
It's a matter of fairness.
That's not true.
It's a matter of fairness.
That's not true.
The African Union...
Benin...
The African Union...
Hold on. You said African countries have not. That is factually untrue.
Comprising lots of African
Well, we're not in the European Union, as people know anymore, so let's forget about unions.
The African Union...
Well, we're not in the EU.
A few weeks ago had said that it plans to submit a bill to Britain for reparations for slavery.
Great.
When lots of African countries, especially in the West Africa, were involved in it.
You're not dealing with the central point, which is you said African countries have not apologized or not involved in some form of reparations. Uganda and Benin have both formally apologized. Why can't we follow them and do the same?
Apologize. Okay.
This pinpoint my point that some of us also were involved. Uganda and some African countries have apologized because they understand that, it's a universal thing that we are also involved. But the push that our artifacts should be brought back and all that, it's beautiful. It should be recognized as a grievous crime. It's beautiful. But to say that we are taking money, I will continue to say that it is a slap to the face of our ancestors. Of all the things that they have been through, we are still asking money. We are still requesting money to do what exactly? This is something that I want you to see. Look at it this way. If reparation is paid to Africans today, if you receive the reparatory money or reparation is paid, whatever, tomorrow if you are talking about how your ancestors have been treated badly and all that, they'll tell you, we pay you for it. It's like payoff. It is not justice. Reparation involving money, it is not justice. It is payoff. It is feeding on the carcass of our ancestors. It is a slap to the face of our ancestors. We need to understand this and move forward. Now, here is where the former president of Ghana come into the picture. President Akufo-Addo made some reply to these things. Akufo-Addo has given answer to all this banter right now, which says that we were not there, and all that, okay? That aspect of it, that we were not there before the thing happened, it was back then, our ancestors, we have nothing to do with it. That we have nothing to do with it, I also don't agree with that word, we have nothing to do with it. We have everything to do with it, because we are enjoying that word. So that is why I'm agreeing with the apology. You understand? So Akufo-Addo said this. He said it when he was pushing for reparation, yeah?
Changing. And it is time to bring the subject of reparations firmly to the fore. Granted, the current generations are not the ones that engaged in the slave trade, but that grand inhuman enterprise was state-sponsored and deliberate, and its benefits are clearly interwoven with the present-day economic architecture of the nations that designed and executed it.
Bam. This is clean answer from the former president Akufo-Addo right here. He has answered that You see, he has nullified all those comments that, oh, we have nothing to do with it. It happened years ago. You have everything to do with it. You are enjoying the wealth of it. When you trace your wealth today, it goes back to the past. So he has given clean answer to this. All right. So, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section about this. So this is a heated debate right now on the internet about this. And the debate is centered not around the bringing of the artifact. It looks like everybody agreed to that. The recognition. Everybody agreed that we should recognize it. Even the people who voted against the resolution voted against the reparation, not the recognition. All of them have problem with the reparation, because when you think about it, to me, it go against every moral standard. You cannot be requesting money to be paid to you for atrocity committed against your fathers years back. I mean, to cool yourself off. I mean, it doesn't make sense. But well, opinions they say are not the same. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe to be part of this awesome family, by the way. Respect.